Hey guys.
Man, best intro ever.
Sybil said I look like a toddler in this. I'm wearing a frog and toad shirt. My knees were like up here last time.
He was drinking out of a
It's
sippy
warm.
cup.
Okay, we'll leave the sippy cup out of it, Jarvis.
Sippy cups are great, bro. I got nothing against.
I need to make sure it's not like 75 degrees in here. My God. So yeah, Jarvis, why don't you intro us on this hot
guys.
Monday evening
Yeah.
in February?
Welcome to Full Time Movie Fans. I'm your host Jarvis. We talk about movies. This is other host. This is. Do you want to introduce yourself?
Yeah. So, welcome to Full Time Movie Fans, where we talk about movies. This is Jarvis, your host. And do you want to introduce me?
Yeah. And this is also Jarvis.
And this is also Jarvis.
We're the Jarvises, and we be kissing sometimes.
You know what they say, Jarvis be kissins.
I got that tattoo on me. It says that.
Jarvis be kissins.
Jarvis be kissins.
But it's
Yeah.
but it's spelled like a name, right? So it's Jarvis, capital B with a period, kissins.
I'll tell you what.
That's the full
if
name.
in the next month,
Jarvis be kissins.
if in the next month we get to 1,000 subscribers and to
we
to
have
the
the same.
monetize,
We have the same mindset.
then I will get a Jarvis be kissins tattoo.
I'm gonna make so many fake accounts.
Oh my goodness! But
Tell your friends and your friends of friends.
we'll do a
Get us to 100,000 in the next 2 months, and we kiss.
live on
Live.
Full Time Movie Fans. We'll also do a live stream. We'll also do a live stream of my.
By my wife, yeah.
We'll also do a live stream of my Jarvis B. Kissins tattoo.
Yeah. And you, in the comments, vote where he should put it.
I don't know about that one. Internet be wild, bro.
I want it right here.
No, I have a job. I can't be getting that.
That's
on
fine. They don't see you all the time.
there. Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Oh, yeah, see, I have
Jarvis
a
B.
Kingdom
Kissins.
Hearts tattoo here. You can have Jarvis B. Kissins.
Okay,
We kind
sounds
of be
good.
matching
Deal.
your tattoos.
Deal. You hear that? Subscribe and like.
1,000 by March 3rd.
Yeah, and we also need.
We'll
what?
say March 7th.
I think we
all
need
right?
another-
March 7th is pretty. Maybe
we also need like
2026.
3,300 hours, viewer hours as well.
Yeah, so just put this on while you sleep.
Make it happen.
The whole playlist.
Yeah.
Just put it on while you sleep.
Put it on while you sleep. So we're doing
It's
the.
really easy to fall asleep to us talking about movies. Sybil does it 90% of the time we record. She's giving a thumbs up.
A very enthusiastic thumbs up.
More enthusiastic than usual.
Yeah.
We're
So,
talking about The Wedding Singer. It's
this
Adam
is
Sandler and
this is
Drew
an-
Barrymore.
This is one of those oldies but goodies.
All right. It came out a year after I was born. I guess I'm an oldies now.
I'm an oldies because I saw it at
In theaters.
probably not, no, I did not. Not at an. I mean, I guess it's not an. I don't know if it's for kids for sure, but
No.
definitely not for kids. But I think I was still pretty young in 1998.
Yeah.
I was literally 10 years old.
No, he's 9 years older. We just did the math.
In 1998.
No,
I was born in 88.
I was born in 97.
Oh, see.
9 years. I didn't lie first. I didn't say it was the year I was born. I said it is a year after the year I was born. All right. I don't need people to gaslight me when we're recording footage.
Yeah.
What did I say?
It's in the video. You guys can go timestamp it.
Yeah. Put in the comments, Michael's been gaslit, and then timestamp it.
Yeah. There's a few Star Wars fans out there that like to timestamp videos.
Yeah, and also write like an entire novel about why we're wrong. Did you see that?
We weren't.
All right, I know that we're getting on tangents here. We're padding for time. Did you see not the Rise of Skywalker, The Last Jedi bad movie review?
Mm-mm. I haven't seen one yet.
People were getting serious on that one too.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and I was like, I didn't say anything about this movie at all. And these people are like, well, you're wrong about your opinion. You're right, this movie is awful. It's like, guys, can you read? Do people know how to?
Yeah, Star Wars fans are a different breed.
The answer is they can't read. That's why they like Star Wars.
They can sure timestamp videos though.
They can for
with the
sure
best of them. If there was a Guinness Book of World Records for the most timestamps in one comment, I think we've got it.
That comment was borderlining a manifesto, I will say.
It could have been because you didn't read it.
Yeah.
And I think I read to be honest with you, I think I probably read at least half or 3/4 of it. Then I gave up.
Gotta hit it with the, hey, Google, can you summarize this for me?
Nice.
Anyways, what's your first impressions of The Wedding Singer?
So, man, I don't remember my first impression, but I do remember that I really liked it. It's funny, dude. It's Adam Sandler. I actually really love Adam Sandler. And I was surprised that I was like, man, we really need to do an Adam Sandler movie because we haven't done one. I think he's made a lot of great ones. I think he gets a lot of flack for not making good movies, like critically acclaimed stuff, but he was in Uncut Gems. Great movie.
It was
serious
good.
acting.
I do like Uncut Gems.
He did phenomenal in it. He did really great.
Talk about uncomfortable movies.
Yeah.
Have you seen Uncut Gems? I think you would hate that movie. It's Adam Sandler being a scumbag and then getting what he deserves for like an hour and a half.
Yeah.
He's like, I'm gonna sell you expensive, overpriced jewelry. Come over here. You look like a guy who's got money. Let me sell you this overpriced jewelry. You'll love it. Here, I'll put it on your wrist. Pay me money and you can walk out of here. You're locked in here. Pay me money, you can walk out of here. And then somebody punches him in the mouth later. It's great.
Yeah. I think he gets punched in the mouth in this movie too.
Oh, cool.
He does actually in after the breakup. But anyways,
yeah, that makes sense.
It's a movie that I've always enjoyed. And even rewatching it, I'm like, this is still great. I did mention to you earlier, there's certain things in the movie that did not age too well.
The two things you mentioned were not the one big glaring thing that both Sybil and I noticed watching it.
Yeah. So
go ahead, give us yours.
So there's a few things where, hey man, sexual harassment's hilarious. Drew Barrymore gets her butt grabbed several times.
Somebody clip that out of context, please. Put it in the list.
Man, I don't really have I don't know if I have much of a social credit score, but I don't think I can afford to take that hit. Either way. So please don't. Like the video instead.
Turn that into a YouTube short.
Yeah, so and there's a moment where they're doing a bar mitzvah and she dances with a kid who's just been getting bullied all night, and then he just randomly grabs her butt
while they're dancing.
And the video cuts to Adam Sandler, and he's like, oh, ha ha ha. And she's just like, oh, I guess this is okay. And so that's kind of weird. And then also Adam Sandler starts dancing with a little girl, and then he grabs her hands and puts them on his butt. And that's a little weird for a grown man to do that to a little girl. But whatever, it was the late 90s. I didn't like that. Also, he was kind of harsh to the Table 9, I think it was. He called them all freaks at Table 9. So there were some people that maybe...
I'm trying to be a freak at Table 9, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you're almost there. You're almost there.
The insults have been flying these two episodes. I've been a punching bag today.
You merely accepted the Table 9. I was born in it.
That's fair.
Molded by it.
Molded by it. You merely adapted to the darkness. I was born in it.
So I like it, and of course
that's from the Dark Knight Rises. Is that the right one?
Yeah,
it's one of those. It's Bane.
I watched this
You remember?
theater when I was like 8, and I don't remember a single thing about him.
You don't remember
them?
Bane and his. You merely adapted to the darkness. And you're like, wow, he's cool because I can barely hear him.
That's been memed to hell.
Oh yeah,
that one. So, it was better than Joker 2 for sure. And people hated the Rise. The Dark Knight Rises.
Yeah, it's true.
So,
Oh, I got tinnitus. What's happening? Who flashbanged me? Keep talking.
it wasn't me. Okay, sorry. Yeah. So when it comes to that movie, I still enjoy it. I still enjoy it for what it is, and I think it's just a funny rom-com. It's all Adam Sandler, his movies. Like, it's the same formula he does in all of them, but it's a great formula, and I always enjoy it. It's very entertaining, and you'll laugh. Depending on your state of mind, you might even cry a little.
I like the movie, even though it's definitely outdated. It's definitely not good by today's standards.
What was the thing that you were like, hey man, this did not age well?
It, like a lot of specifically wedding movies, but also a lot of like late 90s, early 2000s rom-coms, the moral of the story is if you're unhappy in your relationship, cheat. Because the person that you're cheating on your significant other with is always going to be a better person.
That's your soulmate, and you need to find
you
them.
have to do it.
Yeah.
You have to do it.
Yeah.
You're unhappy in your stable relationship because you need to cheat on them.
So
The what? The meet cute? Oh, meet cute moments.
yeah, which their moment was
Interesting thing.
And
I trust you with your rom-com knowledge too. She knows her stuff.
Yeah, their meet cute moment was when Adam Sandler came out to help that boy throw up in the dumpster.
Yeah, that was their moment, and they fell in love. I watched it and I enjoyed it though. I enjoyed the music part of it. I thought that the original songs for the movie were fun and quirky.
Yeah. Would you? So then, like, even though it didn't age well in some areas, would you recommend this movie?
Yeah. Just don't look. I'm gonna do a public service announcement. I'm gonna do my part for humanity right now. If you're an impressionable teenager to young adult to regular adult, somewhere between the like 13 to 25 range, your problems with your relationship aren't the fact that you hate the person you're with. You're with them for a reason. If you don't like your relationship, my wife makes a very good point. If you're unhappy in your relationship to the point where you're going to cheat on somebody, break up with them. You don't have to cheat on them. Cheating is not the right answer.
Yeah. Well, I will say this, though. I think from Julia's perspective, it does show, well, I mean, I guess a little bit of both. It does show the difficulties of, like, your personal emotions. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Like, it's one of those things where she had committed so much to this guy. They've been together for what was it, 4 years or something like that? They've been engaged or something like crazy, that. 4 years. And, but she knew that she was starting to like, what's his character's name? Robbie?
Yeah.
Robbie Hart?
Robbie Williams.
Yeah. Robbie.
Which, that's another movie we should definitely not go see, but should go see.
Okay.
You know which one I'm talking about?
Which one?
Better Man.
I actually kind of want to see that. I think.
In like an ironic way or in like a you're genuinely interested way?
Which movie is it?
It's the biopic about Robbie Williams, the British pop star, but instead of having him in the movie, he's played by a CGI monkey.
Oh, nah, I'm good.
That's the most honest answer to that. Yeah. You know Robbie Williams, right?
Yeah, of course.
You know all of his hit songs.
Yeah, dude.
Like,
we used to
like
his parents and
rock
mine used
DJ.
to play bridge together.
I like bridge being the specific piece here.
Speaking of bridges,
let's bridge our way over to the plot of this movie.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I wanted to say something else. I did want to say that the whole, like, I guess premise, like him being a wedding singer, the name of the movie, that's a very, like, that those things don't really exist, I don't think, these days anymore. Do they?
Yeah, but in like certain capacities. It's not usually like the venue has everything with it. It's more like you like pick and choose pieces.
I just don't think that people hire wedding singers. Like they hire like a DJ or a band or something like that.
One of the guys that we talked to for our wedding, I was like, I just need you to play piano. He was like, I could sing too. And I was like, maybe just play piano would be cool.
Like the other guy.
There's no lyrics to any of the songs we were playing.
He's like,
for the ceremony, that was the best part.
Hey, he's like, there's only there.
That's so funny.
He said there's lyrics to any song if you try hard enough.
Fair enough. Yeah, true. Hey, I just watched Joker 2. I know that's true. You guys watched Joker 2?
Please say no. I hope you didn't. I really feel for you. Thoughts and prayers. Go ahead with the plot. This is another movie that's pretty simple. It's Adam Sandler and Drew Barrymore doing.
Yeah, I watched this movie like a year ago, so apologies. I got a lot going on.
I'll help fill in the blanks.
So Adam Sandler is a wedding singer. Roll credits. Roll credits.
That was his Adam Sandler impression.
Yeah, that was my Adam Sandler impression. He's a wedding singer, and Drew Barrymore is a waitress, I think.
Yes.
At this wedding venue, and they're both engaged, not to each other, but to different people. And Adam Sandler's supposed to get married first, and he's very excited about it. It's his high school sweetheart, right? Yeah. And they've been together forever, and he cannot wait to get married. He's so excited. They break up.
Well, they actually have a wedding, and she doesn't show up.
That is, yes.
They actually have a wedding. She leaves him at the altar.
He got Ted Mosby'd, which is rough.
He got.
Did you watch How I Met Your Mother?
No.
But you understand the reference.
Yes, but I was also thinking in my old age a different movie with what's her name?
Implying that I know exactly what movie
from Julia Roberts. The Runaway Bride. Have you ever heard of that one? That's an older one from my generation.
Mm-hmm.
Where she cannot commit and she'll be at the wedding altar and then she'll just run away.
Oh,
she does that. She didn't. In this movie, nobody runs away. They just didn't show up in the first place. So take that.
Yeah.
Whichever one's better. I mean, I think it's better that she doesn't show up. Imagine your wedding and your lovely wife to be is standing there looking at you, and then she just says, "I can't do this," and just runs away. I feel like that's worse.
I would agree with that. Yeah.
So.
Yeah. And you're like, actually, I don't want to do this anymore.
I can't.
Imagine if I looked at you and I said, "Hey, this is kind of cringe. You want to go to McDonald's?"
If it was after the ceremony, I'd be like, yes.
Yeah, that would be fine if it was after the ceremony. So he gets stood up on his date, if that's what you want to call it, and they never talk to each other ever again. So now we get to Drew Barrymore's character, Julia, right? That's her name, Julia? Julia is supposed to get married, but is having a hard time because she has to put all the things together, and her husband-to-be isn't participating. He's going to hang out with the boys. But you know who is there to help? Adam Sandler.
Robbie Hart.
Robbie Hart is his name. Robbie Williams. Rob the Heart. I hate this movie now, actually. Robin who? Robin Hood. I'm in your hood, Robin things. What's that a quote from? That's sketch. I'm the evil Mr. Beast. That's what he says.
Yeah, I'm lost on this one.
I asked you in the last episode if I am too in tune with different parts of pop culture. That's a yes. That was.
I think it's, yes. But it's sections. The pop culture is a wide spectrum. I think you and I just hang out in different areas. Probably because of our age difference.
What do you mean? We're like 3-4 years apart. So
or 9.
So they start hanging out a lot, and they don't kiss. That would be bad at this point in the movie because she's engaged. Maybe they do. Do they kiss? Oh no.
Wait. What part of the movie are we at? 'Cause
We're
they
like
do.
towards the middle-ish part.
Yeah, then they kissed. Because,
No.
no, because
I like how I'm telling this story.
because Adam Sandler, Robbie Hart, my bad, walks in to give her jacket.
Yeah.
Because I think they just got done pranking their friend who has the limo. They're trying to. He's helping her get the wedding set up. She leaves her jacket in the limo. He goes to the house and says, "Here is your jacket." The girls are having girl talk, and they're like, "What kind of kiss should it be? Should it be tongue?" And they're like,
Oh
mouth to tongue."
yeah.
And then when he shows up,
he's like, "Well, we could practice."
yeah, she was like, "Yeah, practice. Show him how." And they kiss each other.
And
So they did kiss,
and it was electric, and that's because it was adulterous.
It was
because
played
everybody knows that the best thrills in life are adultery.
It was played off as innocent, but yeah, they definitely. No, maybe was that the meet cute moment, Sybil, when they kissed?
Cute's been the first meet.
Oh, that was the kid throwing up in the dumpster.
No, because they've worked together. That wasn't the first time they met. That was the first time we saw them interact in the movie.
Yeah, it was literally the kid throwing up in the dumpster and Adam Sandler helping him out, and then they have
In
some
the story,
witty.
it's the meet cute moment, but in reality of the story, they've known each other.
Yeah, and so they kiss at this point.
So, anyways, Adam Sandler's here trying to make sure that she gets the picturesque, perfect wedding that she's always dreamed of, and then she realizes that she doesn't want to marry this jerk of a dude who's got a stable job and can provide for her, and got a good friend group and can hang out with the guys, and letting her pick whatever she wants for the wedding.
He can buy CD players, which is a big deal.
CD players,
which is a big thing back then.
Massive. And all we ever see of him is how he's just so absent from the wedding planning, and that's the excuse. That's why they shouldn't be together.
Yeah.
Not saying that they didn't have a bad relationship, just saying that from what we can see, it's kind of a weak argument, you know?
At this point, it's just kind of like, well,
Yeah,
obviously he's a little
checked
he's
out.
a little douchey, but he gives off those vibes. But
Yeah,
I mean,
like,
who doesn't?
what's Adam Sandler got going for him? That he's there for a week and a half?
He's a wedding singer.
Failed rock star?
Obviously, he's the choice.
Yeah, obviously the choice. That's
He's
also
he's the pick of the
oh
litter.
my god, it's a Hallmark movie. This whole movie is just a pre-Hallmark movie. All the Hallmark movies must have taken the plot and just changed a couple of things and called it good.
You know what I just realized about Adam Sandler movies? He likes to make little kids cuss.
Yeah.
Because he does that.
Don't you though? It's kind of
Because he does that in
Kinda
it's
watching
funny.
them swear.
It's funny to watch little kids swear. I'll give it that.
Yeah.
But I just remember that moment where when Linda first comes back and his nephew is like, "Hey Linda, you're up," and then he calls her a B-word.
Which is very funny.
In a cute kid tone.
So the wedding day comes, right? That's what happens. She's gonna go through the wedding and then she leaves.
That's not what happens.
Okay.
I didn't want to correct. I corrected you, but I wasn't going to contribute anymore to.
No,
I'm just kidding.
Perfect.
No. So what happens is,
You know.
yeah, the thing.
No, go ahead.
Yeah. No, it's so basically, Julia's friend is like, "Oh, I think I'll date Robbie. Let's go on a double date." They go out to a club. The
Because that's
ladies
what
have to
everyone
go
loves.
to the ladies' room. Julia's obviously she's a little upset. She's drinking hardcore because she at this point is starting to realize that she has feelings for Robbie, and she was uncomfortable because her friend was like, "Ooh, I'm definitely gonna have sex with him," and she was getting drunk because of that. So the girls go to the ladies' room.
Good friend.
Yeah,
That's what good friends do.
the girls go to the ladies' room, and then Robbie starts talking to the dude, her fiance, and he was like, "Man, he's like, man, look at all these beautiful women here, and he's like, oh yeah, they're very hot, and then he kind of baits him a little bit, you know. He baits him like a master.
Oh, yeah.
Lures
He's a
him in.
master baiter.
Yeah, and he lures him in, and
This
he says,
is where we hear that her fiance was
"It's
actually
actually
cheating on her
he's
a lot.
actually, yeah,
And does it
it's
a
not,
lot.
It's not just vibes.
Which is why cheating back is okay. It's all justified.
Moral of the story: cheat on them before they cheat on you. How's that?
Oh, a good old Russian standoff.
Yeah.
They can't shoot me if I shoot myself.
Ancient Chinese proverb says,
Confucius say, if you don't want someone to shoot you in the foot, do it yourself.
yeah. So he's a certified jerk.
Certified lover boy,
Yeah. We don't
as
know.
Drake would call it.
Yeah.
We heard from Drake recently.
It's not a good look. No, he's trying to sue.
Did you see that? Okay, slightly off topic. We're towards the end of this. Did you see that? Did you see that Kendrick Lamar won a Grammy for his diss on
That's so good.
Drake? And everyone at the Grammys did the certified lover boy, certified pedophile.
It's so
when
good.
it came up.
What a time to be a
It's
dude.
so crazy.
What a time to be alive, man. That we got to witness some of these things.
So good. Anyways, she breaks up with her fiance, and then
No, she doesn't.
she cheats on her fiance.
No, she doesn't do that either.
What happens? She doesn't get. She doesn't stay with him.
So what happens is the friend, I forget her name, and she's also, no, I'm not going to say that, so you can't put it on the list. But anyways,
Oh no, he's becoming
I'm
self-aware.
becoming self-aware. But she basically is like, hey, you know what? You take me home, and when they get there, she's like, hey, I'm gonna do it with you. And he's kind of like,
He's
nah.
like,
And then she realizes, oh my gosh, you're in love with Julia.
Yeah.
So they don't do it. He goes home. She goes to bed. Julia wakes up with a hangover, and she's like, so did y'all do it? And she was like, no, we didn't. And she also says, yeah, but he also really does not like your fiance. She's like, oh, really? That's interesting. And then from there, because what's the friend says, you know why she's marrying him, right? Because he, can provide stability. Like, he's got money, like he has a good job, like he can buy a house, he blah blah blah. So he's like, oh, that's what I need. If I want to get with Julia, I need to make money. So he stops doing the what's it called, the singing lessons with the cute old lady who pays him in meatballs, and then
Yeah.
he goes to
that is a thing.
he goes to the bank and he says, give me a job. And they're like, nah. And he's like, well, give me a business card. And they're like, nah. And he's like, okay. So,
That's how the bank works.
yeah. And because
It's true, actually. That is how the bank works. You try to ask them for anything, they go, "No, I can't help you today.
Nope, sorry." Yeah.
You'll have to schedule an appointment with our banker." And you go, "Okay, where's the banker?" And they go, they're in once a week for like 2.5 hours, and they're booked out
you
like
really
4
got
months in
to,
advance.
you really got to catch them. We don't know when they show up. They do. And then,
they usually call out. So
yeah. And then this is where Julia, who is like, oh, he doesn't like my fiance, and that one time we kissed, remember? And so she puts together some like custom music sheets for him so that he can write music and songs or whatever. And then
that's how music works.
yeah,
You can't write music without the sheet music.
Yeah, she goes to the old lady that pays in meatballs and was like, hey, where's Robbie? He's like, oh, he quit because he's trying to make money.
Yeah.
And so she goes to his house and he finally shows up. And then he's like, yeah, well, you like material things. That's why you're with him. And she's like, gets mad. I think at one point he says, I'm a material girl in a material world.
Yeah.
He does say that. And then she was like, screw you, man. And then she throws the stuff, and then he looks at him.
Yeah.
They
They have an all is lost a moment.
I am a jerk. And then he goes to the bar with his friends.
And he makes the best song in the movie.
Is that the best song in the movie?
Yeah.
Okay. Debatable. Put it in the comments.
Put in the comments.
But his friends are like, hey man, if you love this girl, you gotta tell her. And he's like, you know what, you're right. So he starts going to her house. As all romantic comedies have, there's a misunderstanding. He's walking over there about to pour his heart out to her. Mm-hmm. She is upstairs in a window that you can see from outside, in front of the mirror, practicing saying her name with her fiance, which her last name would be Gulia if she married him. So she would be Julia Gulia. And she just can't get into it.
Oh, she hates it. She hates the name.
Julia Gulia. You wouldn't even hyphenate?
You wouldn't hyphenate it?
So,
whoa.
So she, oh my gosh, you're watching.
What's happening?
He's watching a whole other movie while we do this.
Yeah, sorry, I got bored.
So Robbie
his
Hart
name.
is walking to her house.
Yeah, his name's Glenn. Glenn Gulia.
Yeah, Glenn. That's right. Glenn, that guy. So she starts
That's what he looks like.
She's not going to put it on you. You're just going to keep your hand.
No, I'm showing
your
it to
arm
her.
is. Oh. It's so blurry. It just looks like Steve Jobs.
There he is. Glenn Gulia.
Glenn.
Glenn
So-
Gulia.
So, anyways,
Oh, he is Spike. He's not.
Julia starts saying her name with the last name like she married Robbie.
Yeah. Julia
And she's
Hart.
really getting into it. She really loves it. She's getting excited. She's very happy. She's in front of the mirror. And that's when Adam Sandler rolls up, sees her from the floor, the ground. She's in her window, very well lit. He can see her perfectly, looking into the mirror and being so happy about her marriage.
Yeah.
But he doesn't know that she's really excited about being Julia Hart, not Julia Gulia. So he leaves.
Woman check. Do women sit there and say their potential name out loud? She's done it a few times.
Sybil Godfrey before we got married.
Yeah.
So we'll see how it sounds. Give me my name.
Yeah, true. Fair enough. But what'd you do with some random dude that they have
Who's that?
feelings for?
Who's that one movie star that you were very excited about? You kept mentioning him in one of our reviews.
I don't know.
Matthew Gray Gubler.
Not Channing Tatum. It was someone
It's
else.
not Channing Tatum.
Ryan Reynolds? Was it Ryan Reynolds?
No.
No, it was someone else. Did you ever say your last name with him? His name?
Goobler's a weird last name.
Just thinking about it. You see.
Buble.
No, Gubler. Matthew Gray Gubler.
Oh.
That's a weird one to do, and I have not made sure to say that on.
Michael.
Yeah, she says she's done that one a few times.
No.
No. She's not. She's
Yeah.
not done that.
So then that's what happens. There's a big misunderstanding, and she's like, again, she thinks that he is
Hates
pissed
her or something.
So she goes to Glenn and is like, "Let's go to Vegas." You can take it from there. You know where we're at now.
He cheats on her in Vegas, and she finds out.
Nope. Wrong.
What do I don't remember this movie. I'm learning that I don't remember this movie.
So
Yeah, I switched it to Wedding
different
Crashers.
weddings.
You watched 50 First Dates.
I watched 50 First Dates.
That is 50 First Dates is great. I really like them. And you guys have so I don't know if you've seen it, but they also did another movie. Their most recent one together, I think, was Blended. Did you ever see that one? I really like that movie too. I think it's really funny. I just love Adam Sandler and Drew Barrymore. You're gonna get a 10 out of 10.
He loves
from me.
love.
I love love. It's so lovely. So, the friend, she's like, okay, let's go to Vegas, and he's like, yeah, let's do it. So they get on a plane. They're about to go to Vegas.
Yeah.
Robbie Hart shows up, and he's like, I messed up. I gotta tell her. Oh, you know what happens? You know why she wants to go to Vegas? Because at the end of the night, the night before, she was like, Julia Hart, ooh, it's so great. I love it. So she goes to his place to tell him, and guess who's there? Robbie Hart's his ex-fiance. She came to him the night before when he was drunk because he was upset seeing her happy about her marriage.
Yeah.
And
So she was like, "Yeah, let's just go get eloped right now. We'll go do it right now."
Yeah, the ex
Go to
is
Vegas.
so the ex stays the night. She's wearing Robbie's shirt. She answers the door when Julia shows up. Julia is very upset. She goes back to her fiance. Is like, "Let's go to Vegas." So they book a trip. Robbie, when he finally wakes up, the friend says, "Oh yeah, they left to go Vegas to get married." He's like, "No." So they rush to the airport, all of them. He gets on a plane.
Because it's 1998,
Yeah, and it's all
and you
all
can
it's,
still do that.
all that's left is first. Yeah, I know. You could just buy a ticket the same day, and
Yeah, and walk up to the gate. And,
and you're just gonna be on the
no
plane.
TSA, no pre-check. Just
Yeah.
just get on there.
No 9/11 yet.
No,
So that's a few years later.
that's why they think cheating's still fine.
Yeah.
And then
And
9/11
so-
happens, and people are like, "Well, we could die at any moment from a terrorist attack, so we
We
should
might- we
cheat
might as
anyway."
well.
Yeah, that's that's how the 2000s work.
So he basically Billy Idol's on this flight for some reason.
Because they're going to Vegas.
Yeah. So Robbie Hart basically tells
Robbie
his
Williams
whole
is there too.
tells his whole story to the first class people, and they're like, "Oh my gosh, what a sweet story! You got to find her."
And
then-
so,
and
he's
then
the
it-
wedding singer.
And then it turns out that guess what? Some a-hole in coach hit on the stewardess, and he's like, "That sounds familiar." And they look in the back to where all the the coach passengers are, and who do they see on the plane?
But Glenn Gulia,
And Julia. I don't know her last name before.
Julia, possibly Gulia.
Julia, something that's not Julia at this point in time, and he's like, "Yo, they're on the flight," and everyone's like, "No way!" And so they plan and they plot.
And they all kiss.
Yes,
A kissing occurs.
a kissing,
A kissing.
the
occurs.
kissing, by M. Night Shyamalan.
Oh, that'd be such a good movie.
Kiss-
It's his only romantic comedy. The twist is that the second person never existed.
M. Night
They've just been
Shyamalan-
making out with themselves.
M. Night Shyamalan, if you see this, we want to pitch this movie to you.
I will pitch it tomorrow.
So they form a plan. They distract Glenn, and Robbie Hart gets on the speakers and he sings an incredible song. That's the one you were talking about.
yeah, that is
the
the
best song. He sings it to Julia, and then he comes out from first class and the curtains. And love, it's all love. They're in love with each other, and they're gonna grow old together, just like he says in the song. He says, "What does he say? I want to give you medicine when your tummy aches," or something like that. That was
Yeah.
one of the lines.
I don't know if I can pull up the lyrics, but there was a part of the synopsis. The song is called "Grow Old with You."
Yeah, girl, it's a very sweet song.
Yeah.
It's a very sweet song. And also, Adam Sandler is a better singer than Joaquin Phoenix
Oh, yeah. I mean, yeah,
and The Rock.
that was so true.
So yeah, that's it. Happy ending.
Do you know that they used to? Switch to the next part. Did you know that this movie? They used to make movies for like less than $100 million. This one was $18 million.
That's kind of.
I feel
That's
like
kinda crazy.
the budgets and the returns for movies used to be a lot more. Like I know that we're
Reasonable?
used to like $200 million movie makes $1 billion, but like $18 million spent to make $124 million
But in
is
19 but
amazing.
But in 1998, you got to count for inflation. That's probably at least $80,000, $80 million when you count for inflation.
I kind of want to doubt you on that, but my heart says that you're right. So I'm gonna let you. Yeah, 18
yeah,
million
do the actual math
in
on that for us.
1998 to today money, please. Yeah. You want some funny things about this movie?
Yeah,
some
tell me-
goofs, maybe.
Tell me some funny things.
Frank and Rosie, the old people who were supposed to be celebrating their 50th anniversary, right?
That's the lady that pays with meatballs.
However, the picture on the wall of their wedding is dated 1948, which is attuned to the film's release in 1998, and the film is set sometime in the 1980s.
Oh,
34, almost 35.
So almost almost
Okay,
double.
Almost double. Yeah.
So $18 million in today money is 33 million almost. Almost 35 million. Still, great return.
Yeah.
God, inflation's bad.
Yeah. Didn't we say? I don't know if my memory's what it used to be, but didn't we say also like a Goofy movie was made for 18 million? I'm pretty
think
sure.
so.
I'm pretty sure a Goofy movie
There's
was made for
also
18
apparently a
million.
Lego set on the floor that wasn't made until 1997, which would also be too late for sometime in the 80s.
Yeah. All of one thing I think I do like this about Adam Sandler is he puts all his friends in his movies. When you watch his movies, you'll see the same people there. I think that's I think that's cool, right?
He started doing Drew Barrymore because she was a child actor and wasn't getting casted anymore. So he started working with Drew Barrymore because she almost got blacklisted.
Are you talking about Adam Sandler doing that? Yeah, Adam Sandler.
Really? Is
Yeah,
that
Adam
true?
Sandler started doing more movies with Drew Barrymore because she was a child actor.
Wasn't she
And
also
that wasn't
wasn't
getting
she-
a lot of jobs. So
Well,
he was
wasn't
like,
she-
no, she's really good at this. So
Yeah, wasn't it
we're
also
gonna give her
because
stuff.
creepy Hollywood men were like
Yes.
harassing her and she was like no and they were like, okay, well you're not getting jobs.
Yep.
Yep. That's a
He saw
And so Adam Sandler was like, no, that's fucked up.
good guy, Adam Sandler.
Yeah. Apparently, the
Dude, and
director.
Drew Barrymore's great. She's
Oh, yeah,
just-
she is.
She's hilarious. Like, I love it. All their movies. They have this similar type of chemistry where he'll make a joke and she's so cool that she just matches the vibe and riffs on it. It's the same thing, but it's still great. I feel like that's how she really is as a person. She's just cool. She'll match your energy.
She has a TV
Yeah.
show. That's fun. Did y'all know that Carrie Fisher worked on the script to this movie
Really?
to specifically make Julia's character more believable and three-dimensional?
Was she not believable and only two-dimensional before?
Apparently not. So Carrie Fisher had to work on it. Judd Apatow also worked on the script. And
Oh,
Adam
that's a
Sandler,
famous.
but that
That's a
one didn't
famous
make
guy.
sense. Yeah, that wasn't
He's
in
done
the
a lot
movie.
of stuff. He's done a lot of things.
So that's kind of cool. You know, and she said that thereafter, when she was asked what her secret sauce for the script doctoring, she'd reply, Carrie Fisher would reply, make the women smarter and the love scenes better.
Just a small note. Make the women smarter.
So I don't know if the full-time movie fans know this about me, but I make many movie.
No way,
And
dude.
so one of the things that I don't do very well with that I'm working on very hard is characters.
Yeah.
And I've come to the awful, startling realization that men can't write women because men never been women.
Well,
You
these
know,
days,
that's hard.
be careful. You might
Yeah,
get
but
canceled.
that's still a completely different experience, having gone from one to the other. So you
It's
have
a unique experience. So I think that
yeah, which is also warranting for its own storytelling. But why are you on, Jarvis? Get back here. But whenever men try to write woman, they miss a lot of detail. And
like intellect,
yeah, yeah.
right? Sybil.
And so I've come to the realization that the best way to make sure that your women characters act, feel, think, and function like women is to have women help you write the women characters. You go, this is point A and to point B. How we get there? Does this feel like something that would be reasonable?
Yeah, isn't
And that was a good job, Frank, for getting help, because
Is it-
that's important. Or Tim Hurley.
Isn't that what George Lucas did with his Star Wars movies?
he
had
asked his wife, but then they got divorced after the first movie. It's yeah. Oh no. Yeah.
Padme is Natalie Portman.
They
so.
divorced after the first trilogy, and then the prequels sucked. And we can blame the divorce for that. We are all just children of divorce, you know. So true, but we will not talk about that on here right now. That is way too much information to get into. Someone said my parents were never together.
Well, at least once.
So my thoughts and opinions about this movie. I say you should watch it cautiously. If you're a hopeless romantic and you think that you can learn romance from movies, you should probably get therapy, and a girlfriend
Yeah,
or boyfriend.
just get one, man. It's easy.
It is. Hey, step 1, step 2. Therapy. Get significant other. There's an order of
Just
operations
like that.
for a reason. Yeah, we skipped the whole therapy thing, but we went right back into it.
It has to be part of the equation at some point, though.
You probably should have it be a part of the
Yeah.
equation.
Yeah, therapy is good.
Or if you don't think romance movies teach you everything you need to know about love, then you're probably doing.
Here's what
okay.
I think: as someone who considers themselves to be very observant and has a good memory, I think that we can learn something from everything that we intake, good or bad.
You
And
can learn to
can-
not do the things in
you
those
could
movies.
learn. You could learn something from The Wedding Singer. I'm not quite sure what, because I haven't given much thought to it. But it is
very
good. It is good and entertaining. It's just like any movie. You take the good with the bad. I think that I definitely watched this movie with some rose-colored glasses because I watched it. It was a part of my childhood growing up. At some point, I watched it when I was a teen or preteen, and I still like the movie, even with all its aging poorly. Some of the things that happened in there, I still.
And so you would rate it.
I would rate it. I would rate it as rewatchable. I would rate it as rewatchable.
I think that's fair.
I enjoyed rewatching this movie for this review. So yeah, I think it's rewatchable and quotable. There's a lot of things.
And what's your rating of weddings?
Oh, man? I don't know.
They kind of suck.
Yeah, they're
in all terms of.
But
going to them,
but
having them,
as a man,
just not good.
Yeah, it's not about that specific moment. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, hey, as a woman,
Go get eloped.
go get eloped. That's what she
Okay,
said.
Cool. Not
So
all
it's
women
a
are like
universal experience.
that. Yeah, not all women are like that.
No,
but-
no, they're not.
so
I was the reason
a lot
why
of
we had a
women
bigger
live for
wedding.
the wedding. Yeah,
I would have just we're gonna go.
She did say from the very beginning she wanted to get eloped.
yeah, dude.
We technically did once.
If people are gonna
That's a story.
give money to an event, I'm of the mind like, how about we just take the money and use it to like furnish the home, or you know
Yeah.
what I mean? Like
Yeah.
that's my mindset. So
I always thought it was silly that
why
when-
spend so much money on this wedding when you could just put the money in the bank or use it for something else?
Yeah, well, the whole point. Okay, so the whole point of weddings traditionally
Yeah,
was to have other people pay for it.
yeah.
That's not how that works anymore because I'm going to say something controversial. You're probably going to agree. Our parents' and grandparents' generations are incredibly selfish.
And they
and,
also
want their children to be so self-sufficient that they don't need to give them anything.
and they also have a lot of major, deep-rooted, undealt with trauma.
Yeah. and maybe correlation equals causation in this
Yeah.
in this instance.
Yeah, there's a lot of deep-rooted hatred and self-loathing.
Yeah.
they
Now-
they should continue to push down.
Now, I
until
will
it-
say, we didn't pay for all of our own weddings, so I'm very grateful for that. But still, traditionally, what's supposed to
Yeah.
happen is that the families are supposed to come together to pay for the wedding.
Traditionally, we're supposed to like hand off funds.
They're also traditionally supposed to hand off the funds.
Like give like the money to the husband.
Yeah, oh, yes. Yeah. It's traditionally you're supposed to give money to the husband so the husband can work with the wife to figure out what they want for the wedding, and then it's paid for.
yeah, not in this case.
No. It also makes sense to why the people who get married for a second time don't go all out and extravagant because there isn't any part of it that's worth it.
There's more research now that the more money you spend on the wedding, the less likely the wedding is gonna last.
That one makes sense to me. Does that make sense to you?
Wow.
There's a research study that says that
Mine,
the
mine-
more money
mind
that
blown.
you spend on a wedding, the more likely it is you're not going to stay together. So, anyways, Jarvis, I said it last time, so you want to say it this time? The thing that that you say usually,
You're a great kisser.
the other one.
Oh, the other thing. No, I don't.
Okay.
Oh,
Well, hey, if you like this movie, that'd be cool. If you like this video, and if you like this video, you could watch the movie too if you want. And I hope that tomorrow is everything that you dreamed it'd be and more.
And every day before and after that as well.
But a couple of off days every once in a while, so you don't get expectant.
Watch the Joker 2, and that'll help bring you
That
down a
would
little bit.
definitely help.
Bring you down a
That'll
little bit.
Definitely help.
And then watch the wedding scene to bring you back up a little bit.
Just a little bit. Can't be too good all
Hey.
the time.
All you really need is just a little bit. Not a lot.
Yeah,
Just a little
Just
bit.
a little bit. Every single day.
And with that, catch you in the next video. Like, subscribe, consider it.
Brofist.
Thanks.
Y'all watch PewDiePie? Hey, full-time MFers. You like this video? 'Cause we sure did. If you liked it, maybe you should share it with your friends. Maybe like the video and subscribe.
If we were you, that's what we would do. If I was watching this,
I'd be all over that.
Like, and I'd hit that share, and then I would hit that subscribe in that order.
Yeah. There's also another video that's popped up. YouTube thinks you like this one, so you should watch that one now.
See you next time.